Lufthansa is a proud owner of a 787 Dreamliner. The aircraft landed in Frankfurt. AirTags are widely used, especially when you see the luggage problems, but they are not allowed. We do have a deal zone deal today. We talk about a deal from the Spanish Peninsula to North America for 1,600 euros approximately. Eurowings Europe is, with the mask mandate, kind of saying that is kind of a past. And we do have a topic which is interesting as well, as Air France pilot did fight in a flight during having passengers on board. My name is Lars. I'm here to bring you more miles, more points, and more status. Important, like always, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, and bring us a like and comment. Yes, that is all you have to do. The only thing what Lufthansa had to do was today to receive the first 787 Dreamliner. It was a long rumored, long awaited, and a long time ago bought the aircraft. The first of the 32 which they ordered arrived today at 11:01 in Frankfurt. The aircraft departed in Payne Fields, which is the Boeing airfield in Seattle area, at 4:15 p.m., which is 1:15 German time in the night. Yes, a.m. 1:15 a.m. Sorry, a.m. And this aircraft arrived at 11:01 after a low pass in Frankfurt. It was long awaited. The people were happy. The people are clapping, and I saw a lot of excited comments that the people are excited to see this aircraft in the fleet. First, there will be a light cabin modification, which is mainly the color settings, because the aircraft is inside a kind of a reddish beigey Hainan colors. You can check on Hainan how it looks like, or one of my episodes, I think the last Sunday, I made an episode, no, the Sunday before. Anyways, you will find it online in our listings. And then it will be, of course, adapted to the Lufthansa blue and white scheme and color settings. Until then, we have to wait. When the first one is ready, then they will start training flights within Germany. And after that, the first destination will be Toronto. I'm looking forward to it. Any information about the 787 as well is that the aircraft name is Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Alpha. And Papa Alpha, the last two letters, are the letters which used to be for the first A320 Lufthansa had, and now they have this one as a Boeing. Interesting and good. Berlin, the name, I think, wasn't it an A380 which had the name? But anyways, they have a Berlin as well now back in the fleet. Good so. Pilots. Pilots are people where you think they are resilient, they can deal with any situation, and that they are stress resistant. But in this case, unfortunately, they made a little news. And La Tribune, it's a French newspaper, they say that in June there were two pilots on the flight from Geneva to Paris in an Airbus A320, and they had a fight. They were beating each other in uniform. I mean, the first officer and the captain should normally fly the aircraft. Autopilot was luckily on, and I think that is a situation which is, you cannot emphasize too much that this is a no-go. Of course, the pilots have been kicked out. Basically, they are now in the waiting position until they get the final verdict. But I think, listen, that is unprofessional at all levels. And unfortunately for Air France, that is not the first case where pilots have been unprofessional. Of course, Air France is telling us, hey, we have thousands of flights daily, and that is a very low occurrence where pilots are fighting. I mean, in this case, somebody from the cabin had to sit in the cockpit and to deal with this. Should we call them idiots or morons? I don't know. But that is very close to what they would have been called if you are normal. And when you look at this, that the BAA, that is the accident commission, or the commission which looks on incidents in France, they say that this is not acceptable. And especially, which is a problem, is when there was a plane which was flying, had a fuel leak, an A330, and that they had an emergency landing in the Chad with 5.7 tons fuel missing. And that is something which is really not great. And that was as well a problem in the cabin. And between 2017 and 2020, there are 3 other incidents which are listed. And the BEA says that Air France has to check on their procedures and put more safety into the spot again. And I'm personally not a big fan of Air France due to that reason, because I'm thinking that when it comes to cabin culture, when it comes to cockpit culture, when it comes to crew resource management, Air France has a big problem with that. And when you see a lot of the incidents which happened with Air France, they are short, very short said, they are unprofessional. And this said, in my opinion, that is maybe not happening anymore for me to fly Air France without having a thought, the cockpit can be crazy today again. Which is crazy is the mask mandate in Germany, and the German government changed it as well. Now they said that the face mask, which are the chirurgical, the hospital ones, that they are soon forbidden. You have to wear FFP2 mask, or I think the KN95 would be corresponding in the US. And no other government in the world does it. I mean, some in Asia do it as well, but you don't see it in Europe, that people are flying without a mask and dying like flies afterwards, that they are just... And that is, in my opinion, a sign that this is not so dangerous. Of course, when you are sick and you don't feel well, number one is you shouldn't fly anyways. When you have some problems with your nose or with your ears, because that is in case of decompression and everything, it's not a nice feeling. I mean, it's hurting yourself, but still it's painful, so don't do it. But if you are flying, wear a mask if you are sick. And when you see that the German, how should we call it, the German special way, is not good anymore. And when you see how much trouble in the cabin is because of the face mask, and the German UFO, which is the cabin crew union, that was the right word, the cabin crew union, they are saying that so many troubles are just coming from the face mask, which could be avoided if you just skip the whole regulation. And when we see the discussion, I don't know if you saw it as well, in Germany they discussed a lot about the Canada trip of the German government. The German Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor did fly without face mask. The press was without face mask, and everything we are talking about in Germany about the Canada trip is not what happened in Canada. It's just how the flights were without the face mask. I mean, our Chancellor did fly to Prague yesterday or the day before, and he was shown with the face mask. So he said, you have to wear a face mask. Of course, they had all a PCR test and an antigen test just before the flight to make sure that you are not sick. But again, we couldn't do it as normal passengers, because if I have a PCR test, or Lufthansa would say, hey, everybody has a PCR test and you do a antigen test just before departure, that wouldn't fly, because you have to have a face mask. There is no exception, and that should be not anymore the exception to wear a face mask. I think it should be an exception. Otherwise, it should be an exception to wear it, and that you are old enough to decide yourself. And Lufthansa said themselves that it makes no sense, because there are HEPA filters on board, and the HEPA filters are getting out 99% of the viruses or other things out of the filters. And every 3 minutes, I think approximately, depending on the aircraft type, the air is filtered and renewed. That for that topic. Then I do have one Facebook group, which is called Vielflieger Stammtisch. It's my German group. And there we did have the question, I asked it. The question was raised on 25th of August, which is now 5 days ago. I asked, should we have still the mask mandate in aircrafts, yes or no? The question was no, answered 337, yeah, no, it was 337 people. Numbers are so difficult today. Maybe I should drink more for my shit over there. Anyways, 337 voted against it, which is, in this case, 77 votes who said yes, you should wear face masks. And when it comes to FFP2 masks, 17% or 17%, which is 77 votes. So 76% said no face mask at all. I'm thinking 100% that they say you should wear a face mask, of course, when you feel sick. But this said, you see where the numbers are going to. What is your opinion on it? Should be the face mask some thing of the past? Should it be avoided? And especially when you look on Eurowings, I mean, they have a lot of operations outside of Germany when it comes to operations. They're flying from Copenhagen or was it Stockholm. Then they have other operations as well. They have a lot of bases out of Germany, and they say that even cabin crew is not wearing it anymore. Spiegel, which is a German magazine, news magazine, it's a printed version. They say that the crew are not wearing it and that they are just saying that there's still a mask mandate but don't care anymore. I'm looking forward to your opinion. My opinion about the Apple AirTag is that it's a cool piece of technology. And when it comes to cool pieces of technology, I most likely will have it. And I'm using the AirTags now in my luggage, especially when I did fly to the US or to other destinations where I put luggage in the belly of the aircraft to get the peace of mind that this is loaded. I cannot tell you how nice it was when you landed in Tom Bradley in Los Angeles and you saw, I was just offloaded, it's next to the aircraft. Great. But those are forbidden. Lufthansa says not allowed. The problem why it's not allowed is not because they are dangerous. They are not allowed because it's such a new category of items and toys that there is nothing tested. So that is what Airlines says. As it's a new product, they say that that this is unfortunately not allowed, and so it's forbidden. We are in the cases that it's too new. I don't know if it's too new, but airlines are looking away and say, we don't check it. I mean, how should they check even? I mean, are they going to luggage and scan? And I don't know. Anyways, I recommend to use it, that you get the peace of mind and that you know where your luggage is at any time. And the tracker even caught a thief. In the US, there was someone who stole the luggage and the police went to the place and saw that there are a lot of suitcases which had been stolen from one employee of the airport who was handling luggage. So that's another reason why you should get it. I have it even on my hand luggage. I have it in my camera bag. I have it in my trolley. So important. What we have today as well is a Deal Zone deal today from Madrid, Spain to San Francisco with American Airlines. And the airfare is 1,560 euros, a little bit less than I said. I think I said 1,600 in the beginning. And there are no seasonal restrictions or sales restriction. Only advice is you have to book it 180 days in advance to get the price of 1,560 euros approximately. From Europe, it's permitted only on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on each transatlantic sector. To Europe, it's permitted only back on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Of course, the transatlantic sector. Advanced reservation ticketing restrictions are the 100 days I told you. Minimum stay is, of course, the first Sunday after arrival at turnaround. Maximum stay is 12 months. Stopovers are unlimited allowed. In the United States, in each direction, at 600 euros at every destination. That it makes it, in my opinion, uninteresting. Cancellations are a problem because the ticket is not refundable. Changes are 200 euros or dollars for reissue and revalidation. I mean, US dollar and euro is the same. Always we are looking for the points for the status. I did, of course, the flight Madrid, JFK, San Francisco, Los Angeles, I would like as well. And China Southern Airlines gives you 29,744, same like Finnair. 18,482 with Royal Maroc, with Qatar Airways, with Alaska, Royal Jordanian, British Airways, Sri Lanka, and of course Etihad. Cathay Pacific gives you 16,690. Malaysian Airlines gives you 15,400, the same like GOL and S7 Airlines, and 0 miles like always with Qantas. These numbers and all things are from Where to Credit, and you have to check with your airline how many you get. Thank you for watching Frequent Traveler TV. Thank you for checking us out today again. If you are returning and did not subscribe, please subscribe, hit the notification button, because that helps our channel a lot. And of course, please leave us a comment and a like. See you tomorrow for the next episode of Frequent Traveler TV. Take off. Thank you. Bye.